Hey, Think Realty Nation, thanks so much for joining us again on another podcast. We're so happy to have you. My name is Eddie Wilson, the founder of Think Realty, and it is my privilege to come be your podcast host today. One of my favorite things about the Think Realty platform is the ability for me to get connected to those that use our magazine or listen or watch our podcast or come attend our conferences. And I'm super excited about our guest today. Before I jump into our guest, I want to say a quick thank you to our podcast sponsor, which this podcast is brought to you by Residential Assisted Living Academy. Residential Assisted Living Academy introduces you to a lucrative opportunity that can yield $10,000 a month net cash flow for you, as well as those who are surviving you. So it's one of those investments that are a legacy, great investment. You can learn more at RAL101.com. That's RAL101.com. My guest today has a phenomenal product that is actually partnering with us at Think Realty as an affiliate opportunity so that you can start using it because we love this product. But my guest today is Krista Ruther. Krista, thanks so much for joining us today on the podcast.
Thank you for having me. Can't wait to talk with you.
Absolutely. So coming from Denver, Colorado, thanks for joining us. And how long have you been with TurboTenant?
I've been with TurboTenant just about 2 years as their senior content marketing writer, which means I get to educate landlords across the country on things that matter.
That's awesome. It's a great product, and I know that a large portion of our viewing audience, listening audience, do have rental properties. And so we're not going to talk a lot about the market today. It's one of those markets where everybody is today trying to grab as many rental properties and hold as long as they possibly can because inventory is so difficult. But let's talk more about the issues that landlords face, because I know that they are difficult and it's not always easy being a landlord. So if you don't mind, just kind of give us some of the product features that TurboTenant has and why a landlord should consider using them as a product.
Absolutely. So TurboTenant is the all-in-one landlord software for property management. Basically, every single part of the landlording journey requires a bit of legwork, whether you're trying to market your vacancy, find new tenants, just manage rent payments. That can be a lot of different levers that you're trying to pull. So we brought them all into one easy-to-use platform so you can do everything for your business in a very nice, tidy, accessible way. So really thrilled to just chat with you about the various things that landlords are seeing and how they're leveraging our products. The most popular one right now is, of course, rent payments. We're coming to the end of the month, so people are looking forward to getting that automatic rent check into their account directly through TurboTenant.
Absolutely. I got to tell on my father for a quick second, okay? So my dad owns a bunch of rental properties. I own rental properties as well. And he still takes checks and cash and walks by people's houses. And it's the craziest thing, right? Like we have brand new units that he actually will stop by and just, pick up the renter's check if they need him to. Crazy stuff like that because he believes that it's too difficult to use a technology platform. My dad's not that old. He's in his mid-60s, right? And so how easy is it to get integrated with the software solution that you guys provide for maybe somebody that's not super tech savvy? Do you guys provide a lot of support, setup, stuff like that? Can you just kind of walk us through that?
Absolutely. Well, first of all, your dad is not alone. What we see most often is that landlords aren't using any kind of software. They're still doing things very manually because that's what's worked all these years. But what I'm really thrilled about with TurboTenant is we make it super simple to set up any portion of our product, right? So you can do it completely online. We have all of our own tutorials, things that you can follow along with and make sure that your TurboTenant account is set up to your liking. But we also have VIP support as an add-on. And actually, Think Realty folks get this for free with a special promo code where you have 24/7 access to our Colorado-based support team. So that means you can schedule a call, you can send us a chat, send us an email if there's just a question you want to make sure you're understanding how everything is going. But really, you don't need to because we make it as simple as possible on purpose because we know that we are fighting against good old pen and paper. And we just want to make sure that you have all of the tools that you need to streamline your business for the 21st century.
Sure. That's awesome. That's you, Dad, out there. You need to pick up the phone and call and go ahead and give them a call and let them help you. No, I'm just joking, but seriously, you probably should. Anyway, so I think that that is awesome. What are some of the problems that you guys are solving today for real estate investors? Obviously you talked about collecting rents and, automatic payments and things like that. How about things such as, one of the big issues when you have a bunch of properties, especially single family properties, is when you have maintenance requests. Do you guys handle maintenance requests? Is there kind of a process for that?
Absolutely. So, really just excited about our maintenance product too, because one of the biggest headaches is trying to coordinate things with other people, right? Your tenant comes to you, there's something going on. Well, then you have to try and track down the details for that. And it just can really spin out into a bigger problem than what it originally was. So, what we do is we bring everything in-house. Your tenant can let you know, hey, there's a maintenance issue. Send that message directly through either the mobile app or our web portal. From there, you get notified as the landlord. They can even include pictures, various details about what's going wrong with the maintenance issue, and then you can act on it right away. You can either forward that over to your trusted contractor, or if you are in one of our eligible markets, we just released a partnership with Lula, and it's called Maintenance Plus, which means that we take everything off of your plate.
Hmm.
We will handle all of the coordinating with your tenant. You set a cap for how much you are willing to have spent on your behalf before Lula reaches out to you. And we make sure that we go back and forth and get that issue resolved, provide you with a full report, and you didn't even have to lift a finger. So whether
Yeah.
you are ready to DIY it and just have everything streamlined in one platform for free, or if you want to embark on this Maintenance Plus journey and just take everything off your plate, we have what you need.
Yeah. Can we go back to one word you said there, and that's the word free? Can you talk to us about that? What does that mean?
Absolutely. So Turbo Tenant runs a freemium model. That means you can access our various services for free, which is pretty much in the budget of every landlord that I know. If you can't do it for free, why would you want to spend money on something that you don't know is going to work to the full extent? So come on, try it. You can see how our maintenance works, how we manage that. You can test out rent payments. There's really any avenue that you could take with our product. You can give it a whirl, and there is no trial on the end of that. It's
Yeah.
free forever on purpose because we know that this is one of the biggest hurdles landlords have to really scaling up their business is having a trusted, reliable partner that they can use every time without getting dinged with a free trial or something else that kind of throws all your
Yeah.
processes into the air.
No, I love it. I love the fact that you actually have a free product that they can use. There's no expiration. There's really no risk to it, right? Like if they want to just take a house or two or three, right, and put it on the platform, see how it goes. They don't have to put their entire portfolio on right off, off the bat. And I think that they'll see the benefits and value of this software quick enough that the whole portfolio will come onto it, right? So I really appreciate what you guys have provided. Thank you so much for providing the Think Realty audience such great service. And so just one more time, if they are a Think Realty user, they actually have access to the VIP product. And what does that mean?
Sure. So yes, Think Realty users can access this through your resource center, which is robust and great. Inherently, if you do elect to buy a premium subscription, then you can get this free VIP support add-on, which is normally $50 per year, completely $0. It's in your hands. That gives you 24/7 access to our Colorado-based support team, so you can schedule a phone call if you'd like to. I know that that's a preference, especially for people who are just getting into the technology game. They want someone to really walk through and make sure they understand all the different levers they can pull. But also, that means that your emails and chats get prioritized, and on average, you will see a response in less than 3 minutes. So that's pretty great if you're just getting started with a new software.
That is awesome. So let me just push you out there. If you're a Think Realty user, viewer, listener, watcher, if you're still doing your rent payments on a ledger, if you have your pen and your paper out there and you're still doing this, it is the year 2024. We just switched. This is your year. And I think that you should definitely jump in and consider letting some technology help you. I'm an efficiency guy. I love processes and procedures, but software will help you process and procedure out what you have going on in your business. And so many of you make it very, very difficult when you can make it super, super easy. The conversation I have with real estate investors all the time is not about what you have today, but where you're going to leave it for tomorrow. Many of us, it's a legacy thing. We have properties and we hope to pass them on to our children. And the thing is if you can pass on a clean business that's that's managed by software, where everything is in one place, where you've got automatic rent payments, you have a portal that'll help you with maintenance, right? Like all your records are in there. It's so much cleaner. And by the way, can I tell you, when tax season comes, you're going to write me a personal thank you letter for all the time I'm going to save you, because it's all right there. You can just send it right to your CPA and say, hey, here's all my rent roll, here's everything I have, here's the maintenance request. You've got everything in there. It's going to help make your life amazing. Krista, thanks so much for being on the show today. As always, we love the product that you guys have, and definitely recommend it to our users. Thanks so much for joining us today.
Thank you so much. Glad to be here, and we hope to see you on our podcast sometime soon.
Anytime. You let me know, I'll be there.
Beautiful. Thank you.
Thanks. One more quick thank you to our Residential Assisted Living Academy sponsor. Residential Assisted Living Academy introduces you to a lucrative way that you can find an investment that can give you up to $10,000 a month net cash flow. And that is a legacy investment that'll survive you and be passed on to generations to come. You can find more at RAL101.com. That's RAL101.com. Before I wrap up, I want to give a quick plug to our conference coming up, the Conference and Expo in Phoenix, Arizona on March 28th and 29th. We haven't been to the West Coast in a couple of years. And this is going to be an amazing journey for us as we go back and we re-engage with so many amazing people. And we have some amazing speakers that are going to help you from multifamily, single family, alternative asset classes. You need capital, we have capital. You need deals, we have deals. You need information and knowledge, we have information and knowledge. And a bunch of our resident experts are going to come out and just pour into you for coming out to that conference. And as always, as a thank you for being a podcast guest, we want to give you a buy one, get one free. You can go to thinkrealty.com/events, pick the Phoenix event, put the word podcast in there for the keyword and for the discount code, and it'll give you a buy one, get one. You can bring a friend, a partner, and enjoy the 2 days that we have together for being a part of the podcast. If you haven't picked up the latest Think Realty magazine, make sure you pick up that from the local Barnes & Noble store nearest you, or you can just go to thinkrealty.com and have it sent to you each and every month like I do, and I read it cover to cover because there's amazing authors in there and such great content and information. Thanks so much for joining us today. It's always my privilege to host, and we'll see you next time.